Alpha Traders on TradingView, on Discord, on Twitch, and on YouTube. YouTube, you can piss off. We don't care about you. Anyway, what are we doing? Tornadoes didn't get me this time. Jesus, finally light came out. I mean, dude, we were in a cell, dark cell. Good. Trees are whipping around. I'm like, please, no, today's a bad day. No more trees down, please. Crazy weather. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We got here.
Take profit, live in your loss, and don't get emotionally attached to your falling trees.
Yes. I like that. Hey, you're not going out yet. Go lay down, Goofy. I got a dog face. Hey, come on in here, Big Wolf. Come say hi. What? What do you want, you big monkey? What do you want? What? Oh, Jesus. Dude, he's such a powerful animal.
That's just awesome. He's so cute. Oh
he just like wants to play, and it's like, whoa. Relax, big boy. Don't tear my arm off or anything. Better let him out. It's still.
And he knows he could, but he just loves you, man. He knows he could, but he loves
you. He's a good boy. Go on, you guys. Go. Yeah, it's raining. Go. You want it out. Go. Go on, girl. Go on. Go, Daisy.
There goes the dog on his way out to play in the rain, get all muddy and chase some coyotes.
Yeah. Oh,
what else are you gonna do if you're a giant dog on a Wednesday?
It's going to be ridiculous. They will be a mess. So I had this one big tree I was talking about that had fallen on the bottom property, and it was just wham! It went right into another tree. Well, all day yesterday, I'm just sitting here watching it, just like every few minutes. You could hear the other tree snapping, right? The other tree was cracking, and it was just as big as the other one. And then all of a sudden, I'm just sitting here. Sounds like a shotgun blast. Just crack! The bottom tree snapped, and they both just laid out all the way across the ravine. Just, I was like, oh my God. Glad the dog wasn't down there. He would have shit his pants. It was a tree destruction area. God, man. Every time the wind kicks up, I'm like, yeah. I got the tree guy. He's like, well, I'll come this Sunday. And I didn't think about him. Like, this Sunday's Easter. I don't think he was thinking. Just like, man, I need a couple trees down. Got to take these things down before Mother Nature does it. Drops it on.
Yeah, its bark is worse than its something.
Yes. I don't need it crushing one of the domiciles or barn, or we don't need any of that. No. Yeah, it was GIF Central this morning in the Discord. Gotta love it. We speak in GIF. We speak in GIFs. So. Oh, you know,
P-Funk. Go click that TradingView stream link. Go watch it on TradingView. Click that rocket icon. Let's go.
He said, let's go. Let's go. So early in the morning, yesterday on SPY, it's talking about it, right? So who bought a 411? Got out of that trade? Huh? Who bought some 407s? Yeah, it was a good day yesterday, man. Market did exactly what the VEPS were saying it was going to do. Came down, tested that first standard deviation. Talking SPY here. Second support level on the daily. Still has not tested the top of this monthly range down here at 404.61. Pre-market's down, what, point? A little under a point, 0.78. Yeah, it's at 408 right now, pre-market. Good shit. Just wanted to point that out. Been nailing these 0 DTE trades. Let's flip on to BTC real quick. We're definitely going to get back into traditional markets.
Hey, I wanted to ask a question about yesterday.
What?
If I could throw it out there right now.
Yep, what's up?
Hey, yeah, so yesterday I did a 410 and it was good. 410 put. It was good. Great. But one thing I did after that, I just wanted to get some feedback from you guys in regards to this, because I've been focusing on it for a while. So I went back and did a little bit of, I just deal with data a lot. So I went back and did some research on my trades. And then I used the platform to go back and look at my entries on my negative trades and my positive trades, just to see would I have or would I not have either exit or entry. And every time I use the platform, this data, this information, the answer was always the correct answer. I'm not saying 100%. Okay, I'm not going to say that.
Right.
Never.
Right.
My question is, what happened to me yesterday is something that has always challenged me. Okay, so I want to get some feedback on this. And this seems to be the best platform to get some good, honest feedback. So what I noticed in all of it is that on my trading platform, what I tended to do and what I don't do, I'm trying not to do now, is I shut off the chalkboard, but also not going back to the platform, the information that got you there, and staying in there and in those numbers. And I know you know what I mean, because those numbers and watching that, the options change, any of that in price action, any of it seems to be, for me, as somebody who's transitioning, I believe right now, is one of those things that has been my biggest issue, is not going back to what my decision-making process was in the beginning, and then just sitting there and staying in the price action too much, looking at profit, all of that price information. So just wanted to get some feedback to see if you saw it the same way, because right now I've kind of made a decision that I'm using a separate trading platform. So I go over, make the trade, come back to this data. So am I kind of getting this, that whole situation, the way there's so much going on there, that it's used to actually be against you? That's it. Just wondered if there's
so if you're using a trading platform like an exchange or whatever, there's two kinds of exchanges, right? There's A book and B book, right? And one type of exchange literally is designed to trade against their own clients, and that's the most popular kind. And the other type doesn't, in theory, trade against its own clients, but it's the least popular kind. But even on those, you got big whales and people who have advanced information, because they get time. They get information before the other retail traders, because they have big bags, they get earlier access to the information. In either case, or in both cases, you got people who are basically trading against the average retail trader. So the question is, does your exchange trade against you? The answer is, it doesn't really matter if it's the exchange or some other gigantic bag holder that is trading against you. The answer is, someone is trading against you. That's the nature of trading. So the question is, what do you do about it to make sure you are in the right direction of the trades that you are in? And as I said many times before, the only things you can really control about your trading are your position, your speed, and your information, right? Your position, including your position size, which determines your position in the order book, your speed in terms of connection to the exchange you're using to run, and the connection to the market exchange information that you have access to, and the power of your computer, and the power of your internet connection, and all that stuff, and the information that you actually use to determine when you should enter and when you should exit your trades. And that is based on, obviously, if you're using VEPS tools, at least that's based on relevant leading information. That is what I would say you have control over, and it makes the question of whether the exchanges are trading against you kind of moot, because you just should assume that they all are, because they all are one way or the other. So that's what I would say about that.
Yeah, and so just leading into that, so my fundamental thought was, and my question was based on when you're, no matter whether you're entering or exiting or making a decision on anything, that trading portion is just for making a transaction, because the data is fundamentally irrelevant other than what you're going to get a price for something or whatever. Moving back over to, say, this information, that's what I kind of get this is what I'm saying, is that staying over there for any amount of time for any reason, just like yesterday, I stayed over there in my trading platform and I was looking for price when I should have switched back over and looked for the information that would give me the decision on its own based on why I made the first decision, correct?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. You need the leading information to lead your determination on whether, and of course the understanding of that information and what it means to you and your trade. You need that to determine when you enter and exit, not what the price number is at. Because what the price number is at, remember, you're in a random market. Things move with a lot of randomness, and you know that there's trend times and there's random walk times. And you can see when it's trending and when it's random, and you can see with the information, is it trending or random, and when you can see with the volatility, is the volatility expanding or contracting, and is the correlation going up or going down, is it positive or negative, is it significant or not, should you be getting in and out, is the variance with correlation telling you that it's now an obvious fat tail move up or down, or is it looking like it's a bit of a weak volatility move and you should be getting out and taking your profits? So you have that information, because remember, the price follows the returns, right? Returns are determined by the volatility. The standard deviation of returns determines the returns, determines the price, determines all of that. Those things follow the returns. That's why returns are mean reverting, price isn't. So yes, when you have your trade on, of course you have to monitor that exchange to make sure you don't do something silly on your exchange and on your trade. But the primary focus of your attention, if you're imagining that your chart is like the heads-up display in your jet fighter, the charts that matter are the leading information of your primary indicators. The actual running trade is the thing you need to run and protect and take profits on as quickly as possible. You need to get in and get out of that trade as quickly as possible. As soon as the indicators tell you it's time to get in, it's time to get out. And not wait around.
Or like in yesterday, there's no way. Say I sold that put. Okay, I sold it. Good trade, positive. It was good. But when I went back over to the information, this information, I would no way ever buy a call at that moment. Never. Everything said being a put. And if you get what I mean,
Yeah, that's why the information matters more than the price. The VEPS information matters more than the price. We say it constantly, price is moot. What matters is your VEPS information. Because you can get tricked out by fake outs down very easily based on price. Whereas the VEPS will generally tend to give you the correct information. That's why we call these tendencies of volatility and entropy tendencies. We don't call them rules, but they're damn close. Because while they may not happen 100% of the time, they sure happen the absolute propensity of the time, the overwhelming majority of the time. That's why we try to drill it into people's heads who come here, learn these tendencies. They are absolutely critical to successfully learn how to trade the VEPS. Right? It's the fundamental basis of all of this style, the style of trading. I mean, I know Bilbo can also talk for days, weeks, and years about this stuff too, but I just felt like I had to mention these keys that you can control, like we always say, speed, information, and position size or position, and absolutely trusting the indicator to tell you when to get in and get out. And don't just trust them blindly because we trust them. You trust them because you use them and you see for yourself that they work. And how do you see for yourself that they work? Exactly by the example that you just gave me about yesterday. You exited it, and the price said this, and then you looked at the VEPS information and said, yeah, you couldn't have done that. Right?
Never. Yeah, not even.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
say trust them.
Thanks a lot. That's all. I don't want to take up any more time. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Dude, you're not this
is what it's for.
Exactly to answer these kind of questions. In addition to going over our analysis and stuff, taking up time on this stuff is absolutely why we're here, man. You're not interfering in any negative way. And you could use them to actually trade. If it didn't trade well with these tools, we would use something else, right? If we figured out that using fried bananas throwing against the wall would work better, we would fry bananas and throw them against the wall. But it doesn't work better, so we use these tools.
And I went back 2 months. So I went back 2 months on all of my trades, and it was very positive for me. And that's why I wanted to ask the question right away. And you guys are always open to me asking these questions, so I'm going to, because this is important for anybody listening also, because I've been trading for a long time and I have not broke the glass ceiling, if you will. I haven't broken it.
Why we're here, dude. Why did we start out the trading? Precisely because we are sick of seeing other people like us getting wrecked by using bad information and not knowing that there's simply a better way to trade. And we have discovered this better way to trade, and we want to make it accessible to as many people as possible. Anyway, I know Bilbo is probably chomping at the bit, waiting to spill some amazing alpha on us with what he's looking at on the markets too. So I'll let him.
Yeah, we need that.
But I really appreciate it, and we all appreciate the questions, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Coming, man. We love it.
All right, thanks.
100%. I got a little text from the parental unit. Love you, Mom. Mama's watching. Love it. Let's see here. Yeah, SPY. SPY's an interesting creature, isn't it? Fun to play with SPY. Yeah. Yesterday was a good time. Now we had the pullback, right? We had this pullback. 4 hour was showing bear div. It was going to drop at some point. Right when we had this little turn up in the returns oscillator, it was positively correlated, right? So we did get this drop. Now, issue is we're setting up some hidden bull. Not an issue at all, right? These markets are bullish right now. There's no doubt about it. Bulls are in control. Dollar's weak. That is obvious. Let's see what it's doing right now. So yeah, look at the dollar. Opens up the new day. Tests this. Pretty sure it's a second support level on the weekly. Bounces, right? Bounces up. Where to? Right to the center of the new daily range. We had a pullback. Right here, quick to the is that top side? No, bottom side to 68.3 Laplace. Give me a second here, man. This is set up all weird. Wait a minute. Where'd this thing gap to? Boom. Man, that opened right below the top side of the 68.3. Damn, no wonder it came back and tested it up. Here's the bottom side down here. That confused me for a minute. Okay. So we rejected off the center of the daily right back to the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. The dollar. Is the dollar going to find any strength here at all? It's getting absolutely annihilated in the Forex market. Has been. Do I see any future here, especially this week, where this dollar is going to find any strength? Oh, boy. Let me see here. Let's pop this Dixie up. Come on. My internet's running slow today, too, if it's weather. Crazy weather. Can't get out of these damn tornadoes. Dollar on the 4 hour. Definitely setting up some hidden bear. I mean, we got a few stabs, right? Actually, from here to here, they're both hidden bear. We're getting a positive correlation right now. The fishers on the 4 hour on Dixie, they are struggling. One tried to get up above the mean of the volatility bands here, turned right around. Volatility's crashed. We got a lot of contraction going on. Low length right now, got a little bit of expansion positively correlated. Let me see something here. So this is a 4 hour. I'm going to start here and go down as well. Just want to get a 4 hour read first. I have a feeling these charts I'm afraid to even switch up charts. It's slow internet. These things might not even load, but we're going to give it a shot. So you got the 981, 2400 contracting as well. Kind of flat. I mean, it's a little negatively correlated. Let's see here. What's a 2400? Is it positive? Negative. Tell you what, man. I've been saying this too. This dollar's going to bounce here at some point. It's going to bounce hard. Right now, though, battling this hidden bear on the 4 hour. Let's drop down here another 90 minutes, see what's happening here. I mean, setting up some hidden bull right now, right? And if anybody's out there listening and you don't know about divergence, start researching it. We've got some information in the Alpha Trading Discord. But yeah, it's something you're going to want to learn. A lot of traditional TA analysis don't want to talk about divergence because it fails all the time using traditional TA indicators. Well, that's because you're using lagging indicators. That's the only reason. Divergence is powerful. It's showing the imbalance in the buy and sell pressure. And when you're literally using a returns oscillator and you understand price actions following returns, it's a no-brainer. You will never turn back. Right? That is good. You're talking about good information. That's good information for sure. And all of us, right? We're all we're trading on an exchange, right? And we're looking at the bid ask, all that. But always, I'm coming back to my information immediately. That's why I've got all these monitors. I'll have all my charts up on all the monitors with the exchange on one as well. So I'm not missing any information. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the info you're getting and the speed. How is it going to be fast if you've got one monitor? You're switching between tabs. You're going back to the exchange. I mean, all this is happening so fast on the low time frames. Everything needs to be up. In my opinion, everybody's different, but that's how I'm quick. I just have everything up in the moment. And you see a lot of traders out there like to show off their setups. I mean, there's people out there who got 1 million. There's overkill too, right? There's overkill too. I mean, you don't need more than 4, in my opinion. You got more than 4, you're like, probably a commodities trader. You got every commodity in the world up on the screen, right? You're trading order flow. Who knows what they're doing? But boring. Not fun like trading these intraday options, right?
Yeah, and also not necessary, really, if you want to just make, you can sit here and trade intraday scalp options or, trade futures or whatever all day long without, like you said, you don't need more than 4 screens because it's overkill when you can focus on 2, 3, or 4 screens, and that's more than enough to make all the decisions you need, honestly.
Yeah. 100%. And here comes the dollar. And we can see right here, I mean, the dollar's working on some hidden bull on a lot of time frames, right? That's when you get a higher low on the data set, a lower low on the returns oscillator. Here's the thing though, why isn't it pumping hard? Right? Because you blow this up, there's some steep div. It's negatively correlated right now. Right? The returns oscillator is rising. Right, that's telling you what are the returns doing right now? They're mean reverting back to they're coming back to the mean. Usually, when these divergence plays happen, it's when the returns oscillator gets back to the zero mean and crosses. Then you want to look for the correlation. Then you want to look to see if that div is going to play out. And I was going to go through it earlier, just on the move yesterday, but it's better just to move forward because it was all div plays. I mean, that's why in the morning, right, took the trade to the top side. It was a quick little scalp, but then it was a no-brainer the thing was going to come down. I mean, it was just in the charts all over the place. Let me see here. Oh, that's you typing. Jesus. Thought it was somebody else. It's like, what's this guy saying? Oh, it's Stepstones. Oh, I know him. Jesus. The dollar, what's this? Let me pop up on the daily. I didn't check the daily. Starting to have an outlier too, man. Thing is,
yeah, but I think it easily bounced nicely for sure, dude. For sure.
And you have there's so much bull div setting up. This returns oscillator on the dollar on the daily, when this thing crosses back up to the top side, that's when you're probably going to see the dollar test range, right? Tight weekly range. I mean, guys, look how tight it is, for God's sakes, right? You got 102.639 on the top side, 102.609 to the top side. What is that? 300ths of a tenth or something? God, I don't even know how to read that. My brain's fried. But this area probably going to get tested again. These are magnets for price action, man. Magnets for price action. And considering the dollar hasn't fallen that much below, you're probably on a collision course for it. And if the dollar finds that strength, that's when you're going to see SPY testing definitely top side of this monthly range. It's at 405.6 right now. It's right at the center of the monthly. We're going to get a new daily volatility range right now. Can you see what the bears are doing pre-market? They are making sure this data set opens up below the new daily volatility range. And if you know what you're looking at for yesterday's price action, right, which this is a pretty easy time frame, 15-minute to figure it out, it's far below. You might be in the bottom side of it, but it's definitely, this data set's going to be below the center of the volatility range. They're actually probably trying to push this down all the way below, because the bottom side it's probably right on top of it right now. I would imagine you're going to have the middle right around maybe 408.5, probably going to be a little wider of a range, maybe 409 something to the top side. But that's exactly what's happening right now, right? Pre-market bears are trying to make sure this thing is below the daily volatility range. And that would be another precursor to this test down here, in my opinion. And to get into the meat, right? If you get down and test the top side of the monthly, you're going to be into the meat of the new weekly. Here's the top side. And it's right at where? Yesterday's first standard deviation. So why did it bounce there? Why didn't we come down yesterday? Probabilities. Now we open up today down here. Where do you think the first standard deviation is going to be at? It's going to be real close to this area. And that could be a hot pocket right there. Not to be confused with that shitty food people eat. No offense if you're eating Hot Pockets and ramen noodles. I've been there. It happens. It definitely happens. So all that being said, dollar at some point is going to test this weekly range. It's just there's too much bull div building in different areas, right? And of course, got to throw in a little, little F-uckery into the works there. Get people wrecked that aren't taking profits. Let me see here. Where is the center of this monthly? Right, tick under 400. And if this does drop and you get into the meat of this monthly range, this would be a good spot right here. I mean, it's a nice round number too, right? People love those nice round numbers. What's going on right now in all these BTC inscriptions, man? Yep, it is going on hard. You see, those Catalina Whale Nakamoto's are selling too. Let's go. Let's go. What are the minis doing? Definitely on the top of the weekly range, right? NASDAQ. Here's the top of the weekly for the S&Ps. Sideways last night, pretty much. Right? Yeah, just going sideways, waiting for the market to open. We got 3 minutes too. Got my brokerage account up. I do. I already got some somethings loaded up. See these bid ask change right out of the gate. Where are we at? 407.94. Let me check this real quick. Because yesterday was a good day. Quick little scalps. All right, man, that looks good actually. 408, boom, boom. And yesterday I was like, come on, let's get those 407s in the money. When it was pretty obvious that wasn't going to happen, it was profit taking time, right? Profit taking time. Right around, what time was it? I'm pretty sure it was right around noon. Yeah, it's right in here somewhere. Like when it was about 408, right? Took the profit immediately up here. And if you went to low time frames, there was a bunch of hidden bull div on this pullback right here to almost the center of the daily. It made sense, especially when it starts to bounce. You see all that hidden bull. You can look on the charts. Look on the 3 minute, 6 minute, 9 minute. You'll see the hidden bull div. And then it pops right to the first resistance level on the daily time frame. And that was at 412, right? So immediately bought a 411, just one, playing around, took the profit. Just knowing what I was seeing and understanding that this data set is going to come test this area, in probability wise, being at that first resistance level in the daily, it was a no-brainer for me to get down here and look for some juicy puts to buy. And that's exactly what happened. It's just it's being able to evaluate, in my opinion, what's going on with the dollar. And it's been, this has been hard lately, especially with SPY. SPY's been kind of running with it. I mean, what's it? The fact it's staying right around 408 pre-market with this little pump. Interesting indeed. BTC, crypto's dumping out a little bit. The minis, here goes NASDAQ. You've got the S&Ps. They are below the 68.3 Laplace. Look, you got the daily range right in the middle. I mean, you could get stuck up in here because it's a fairly tight range. What do we got? About 7 points, 7.25 points. Let me see something real quick. me get off of this market's about to open shit. And it's game time. What are those 403s? 11 cents. That ain't bad. What I got? 3 of those suckers. Let me clear this real quick. Hold on. Like order. Where's this new daily range? That's what I was talking about. Oh my God, it's tighter than yesterday. Not shocking. Maybe a little surprising. So what are we looking? Bottom side of the daily here, 408.94. So am I jumping at the gun right now? No, I'm waiting for this daily range to get tested. Opened up barely, right? So this thing gaps down pre-market right to the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. So probability wise, and if you look over in the minis, same thing set up. You got the daily range right in between the 68.3 Laplace top and bottom, right, of that distribution range. The probabilities are more that this is going to test this 409 area first. Let's see, what are 408? What are the 409s? 409, 67 cents to it. That ain't fucking really bad, man. Ain't really bad. Get a quick little scalp on them maybe. But I'm not interested. I want to get this tested and see where like the 405s are, 406s. Let me see here. Because remember, we got the top of this monthly down here at like 404.5. That's also second support level of the daily volatility range. Where did it go to yesterday? Second support level, daily volatility range. Be looking for that again. And we're talking about a 405. They're at 22 cents right now, man. This thing bumps up here to 409. That's probably going to drop in half. Maybe at least 7-8 cents. In my opinion, might be a good little quick buy. That's what I'd be doing. This is never financial advice. We're all just cogs in the wheel, just trying not to get run over by the high frequency trading firm algorithms. Because a lot of people call what we do putting like pennies on a train track. You know what? If you're using traditional TA and you're jumping in that shark tank that is the scalp, that is that scalping pool down there on these low time frames, dude, if you're using traditional TA, you are putting pennies on a train track and you're going to get wrecked. But when you have indicators that are following, that that you don't have lagging indicators and they're built on the returns, that's not a problem. You're following the algos. You don't have to worry about the train track anymore. You're on the train track. You're right. You're in the driver's seat, in my opinion. 5. I got to monitor this closely here. I don't want to miss this good entry. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure here. Let's take a quick look on SPY. We'll get into Bitcoin here in the second hour or something. It's party time. We got the intraday traders in the house. S&P. I mean, this variance here on the daily. Let's see. How'd this flip up? Yeah, you got the first Fisher was down. Now you got the second one turning down above the 3 SD band, going back into a random walk. The predictor has flipped on the daily on SPY. This is a no-brainer. You see the 4 hour. But then you got the 4 hour. There is a lot of hidden bull div. But look at these Fishers. Look at these Fishers. Strong to the downside. Contracting volatility. Positively correlated. Now that we have a new read. Look at the volatility on the 4 hour on SPY. Guys, it's crushed. It's crushed. And look at the APPs. What is this telling you right now, right? These things start working their way back down. I'm not going to say there's a lot of exhaustion because now you see all three up here above like a 95%. Yeah, buyer exhaustion, big time. Not overbought, just buyer exhaustion. So let me see here. But you can see what happened right at the top, man. You start contracting, positively correlated, this thing's going to drop. But that daily range, in my opinion, would need to be tested first. Let's go down here. I'm probably going to see some... No. Got some clean charts here on the 33 minute. Where's it at? I smell it. I smell what the div is cooking. 22 of them are staying steady right at 22. God, same thing down here. No, here was the bull div right here, right? There was the bull div right at the end of the day. Right at the end of the day. A lot of people, I mean, you guys, look at that move right at the end of the day. take your profit, man. Take your profit. Do you know if you were in like a 408 or 407, right, coming down here, and you did not take your profit, and you didn't take your profit here, you're just waiting. I don't know for what, for God's sakes. Now, this is probably very rare. If you're trading zero DTE options, you better know what the hell you're doing, right? Bottom line. But I'm just saying, if you do not take your profit, say you get back in, say you're up here, this pulls back up to like, 409, and you're going to double dip today. What if you don't take that profit? What if you buy a 407 and you don't take that quick little profit? Dude, it disappeared. It probably chewed your premium up, right? And that's, if you're buying premium intraday, that's all you're going to lose. If you're buying options, you can only lose the premium, right? The risk is there. That's why when you graduate to selling options, I highly suggest you go into defined risk trades, right? Go into defined risk trades, because when you do sell options, your losses are infinite unless you do something about it and create that defined risk trade, right? There's verticals, there's condors, there's butterflies, there's a lot of things you can do. It really is. But then it starts to get really confusing, right? Hell, a lot of people are just confused on calls and puts, which is fine. This is not the easiest thing to understand. Let me see here. Yeah, it would have been different. So if this last candle would have closed up in this new daily, and then you gap down, I would have seen you would have gapped down through the range, but that hasn't happened. That's why we're trying to these algos trying to figure out what the hell's up. A little clear out on BTC earlier, right? What did it do right here? It ran the 4-hour first standard deviation, right? You got the bottom wick, a little deeper, but more or less running the distribution. This is what the algos do. Look at Bitcoin. Look at the support this thing is sitting on. The daily, the weekly. We're already above the monthly. It's set up, man. It is set up. In other Discords, I've mentioned a couple things behind the scenes, team and stuff that I'm involved with, and everybody just thinks I'm crazy. Okay, man. Okie dokie. Trying to tell the treasury, hold on to your Bitcoin. Hold on to your Bitcoin. So talking about cash and shit, I'm like, you guys are going to regret it. You guys are going to regret it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stack them sats. Sell at 50. Let's see here.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, because this thing's revving up. It is revving up indeed. Let me take a quick peek, because we're going to stay on SPY here. Let me see. I'm just making sure.
Scott, keep an eye on QQQ. The same thing you can do 0 days on those too.
Right. Aren't there, where's triple Qs? Where are you?
Right now, this might be good for a mean reversion play if you look at the
Where the hell's triple Q? How do I not? I had triple Q here. Where the hell are you? This thing moved down in my list or something? Oh, let's see. Down in the deep. Oh, damn it. Where is triple Qs? Are you serious? How do I not have that on here?
Like the 320s for a quarter.
You gotta be shitting me. How's that not on my... I know that was on my watch list. Somebody's messing with my watch list, man.
The droids.
It is the droids. Let's throw this on the list. I don't know why that got removed.
Secretly at night, your dog.
It is on there. It's already in here. I'm just not seeing it. Is my brain fried right now? Where are you, triple Q? You're right there. Right where it should be. Oh, back. Sorry. Daddy's sorry. I put you up here where you belong with the big boys. I knew I had it in my watch list. I mean, what kind of degen's not going to have triple Qs? Let's see here. I'll put it right under IWM. There we go. Wow. Triple Q on the low time frame here too, man. It's playing out this hidden bear right now for sure. Positively correlated. Things coming down, but actually, man, it's gonna.
The daily middle's at 319.50, man. So that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Let me.
The third RMLR,
you know what? I'm gonna throw it up here. What are you doing, Southwest? Get the hell out of here. Yeah, I know my luggage flies free. I don't give a shit. You're gonna have to bring it. Triple Q, there you are. Let's pop you up on the VRE, see what's up. A lot of volatility. Tell you what, that's what's up. Yep, same thing, right? Gonna have to come up here test this daily range here at some point, man. It's rejecting off this weekly. That's a top side of the weekly too. So we've dipped down into triple Qs is definitely dipped down into the weekly volatility range. All right, shot through it. Monday. Yeah, Monday jumped right up through that bad boy, bounced right off the first standard deviation. Right, look where it closes at the end of the day. Bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace. Open up right above the new daily range. Tried to find some support here yesterday, but yeah, sold off. Got this little pump, but then right this morning, gaps down right back inside of the weekly range. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You can see there's a little battle going on right now. Everything's stifled. I mean, I know personally these areas need to have a quick little test. But if we're talking percentage wise, I mean, at least this thing ran towards it a little bit. But am I entering right now? No, I think I can get a better deal. But as of right now, right, those 405s, they're at 22 cents. They're already at a quarter. This does go up and test. There's the literally top side 68.3 Laplace on the 4 hour. Is it like almost 409, almost at the bottom. You get a quick test there. That daily range definitely has been sought out for sure. And right, we all have opinions, and in my opinion, that baby's gonna get tested. Let's look on these low time frames. Let's see.
While you're doing that, let me just say, go click that rocket icon, people. Come on, there's 13 of us in here. I expect to see at least 13 rocket icons clicked. And right now there's only 5. Go click it, please, if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. And the link is in the general chat. All you got to do is hit that link, hit the rocket icon. Let's all go to the moon together. Yeah. I mean, you got, even up here on the daily on SPY, man, you got bear div, right? You got bear div. The returns oscillator's already crossed down the zero mean. There's no correlation. That's why the bottom of this thing hasn't dropped out. And it's setting up hidden bull. With every drop here, the returns oscillator, right? There is no bottom right now. It's just setting up. There's a big difference. You need to wait for those moves. Like right here, when the bear div, when that returns oscillator turned down, look at the correlation. Negative as it gets. Negative, right? Now, no correlation at all. Usually when we get that, if this thing turns back up, with hidden bull and it's positively correlated, you're literally, now in low time frames, right? You're going to be getting in the trade a lot earlier than the daily. This is not an Entryville here. This should be part of a workflow. But if it sets up that hidden, right, that'll change my bias on intraday. If that hidden bull starts playing out, you get a positively correlated candle on the returns oscillator. Good sign this thing could move to the top side. Got dogs knocking on the door. Smart dog. Come on in, girl. Oh, come on. Did you have fun? Who's your brother? You out raising hell? All right. So now 4 hours. See, same thing. 4 hour. Got 4 hours setting up the hidden too. So this is what you do, right? You see it on the daily. It's going to happen on the 4 hour first. At what point though? Right? There's no correlation. I'm not interested, even though the predictor's flipped. This predictor, pretty powerful. Not going to lie. When that prediction model flips, I'm not going to say what everybody wants me to say, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Talk about a monkey throwing darts at the board. Can you read colors? You go down on these low time frames and you're quick with what you're doing. Pretty good indicator. That's all I'm going to say. So there's the 4 hour. Definitely that hidden setting up. The volatility's just crushed. Is there a big move coming in SPY? Definitely. Does the VRE, right? Where are you at? Oh, that's $1. It's got the tight range, right? Dollar's got the tight range. Come here. Where are you at? Up there at 102. What is it? Come on down. There you are. 102.5 is the bottom. Okay. Man. Okay. Come on. Got to use the touch with this thing. There's the data set. There's the data set. Now the dollar pulling back down. Couldn't even make it to the bottom of the daily range. Poor dollar. It's weak as hell, though. It's weak as hell. The dollar bears are just hammering down. Hammering down. Let me see something real quick. Just want to get a quick read on this. Oh, geez, yeah, man. Actually, dollar trying to come back. Yen's kicking its butt right now. Let me see here. Everything else, though? New Zealand up. I don't even know what the hell. What the hell is the New Zealand dollar called? The New Zealand dollar? I don't even know. Yeah, the euro, though. Euro up. Not on the dollar, though. Euro down. Yeah, the dollar's bouncing today. Or at least on Forex. It's looking not looking too bad. And at some point, this thing's going to pop again. There's no doubt about it. Got to get our work in now. So here we go. Bottom of the range, 408, almost 409. Almost 409. Which, right? The 409 puts were what? They're 68 cents right now. And that thing comes up and tests this range. Yeah, man. That thing probably will be a quick little nice scalp. But, yeah. This is such a tight little range, right? This is such a tight little range. You got to be quick. Quick in your dealings. I mean, it already dropped 3 cents. All right. And then 405s are back to 22. So I'm eyeballing those. I want this to test this range, though. I want these little algos to push this little data set up here. The dollar's pulling back up, though. Back up in the 4 hour 68.3 Laplace. That's what these two little white lines are right here, just like the dailies down here, right? And if the dollar breaks back down into the 68.3 Laplace, or wait a minute. Make sure one's not hiding up here. Nope, yeah, that's it. Yep, there's a 95.4 down here at 100.28. Knew it was somewhere. Come on back down. Let's see you. Let's see you. Slow like molasses. Didn't help. My internet's a little slow today. Yeah.
What is the exclamation point on the screen when it's showing for individual readings? Exclamation point.
Where at?
Right now, but I'm having problems with data also. Does that mean?
Are you talking about like when an indicator doesn't load, it'll have a little red exclamation point?
Yes.
Yeah, just reload your chart. That's it. And it's not a bad data feed. It's TradingView can't handle alpha trading. It's what I've seen. I mean, dude, these are some the indicators that we've built. There's a lot to them, man. The code is massive. I mean, you load up one of the easier indicators, just a returns oscillator or something like that. I mean, it pops right up. But when you start moving into the VRE, the projection bosses, the RMLR, the ultimate power mean, takes a while for those things to load sometimes. Sometimes it's almost like they just get timed out, right? There's too many people using the platform. Alpha Trading's trying to load these big coded indicators, and it's almost like they just get timed out. Which, more servers. Take some of that money you're making, right? Take some of that money you're making. Speed this.
I'd spy. Sorry. There's two ways you can solve that issue real quick. So when you get the red symbol next to the indicator, you can quickly change the time frame and change back. But then you're going to have to reload the whole time frame, or you delete the indicator and then you figure out how to undo your previous action. So it'll delete it and then it'll bring it back, and all your numbers will be the same. That's usually the easiest way to do it. So it's like Control Z or something. So you press X and then Control Z, and it'll come back up and it should load.
Hold on. Coffee.
All right, thanks.
Hold on, boys. Ladies, gentlemen.
Dude, look at these charts, man. That's crazy.
Had to get more coffee. Would you say it's crazy? Let's see here. Oh yeah.
I'm looking at some cryptos right now. I'm looking at some cryptos. I'm loving the way that the 4-hour played out recently, and I'm liking the low time frames on these 15 minutes and lower.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Really liking it, man. It's some nice setups here. Trending move. The trending move on Solana on the downside has been moving nicely.
Yeah.
It's all very nice, man. It's all very nice. And we got the Polkadot also with a nice little downside trending move on the 15 minute. All in all, a good trending move day. Little scalps, but worthy.
Fill the buckets.
Worthy.
Fill the little buckets. Let's see. Doge.
Right.
Doge pulled back yesterday. What's up? 1.8 today. Almost at a dime. Damn Doge. Elon getting away with all kinds of mass manipulation. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I've got it at 9.6 cents here, 9.67 cents.
Oh, good. I could pull up crypto bubbles, but
yeah, no, there's definitely some alts that are pumping. You got Clay up 9%, almost 10%. You got Cas down over 12%. It's pumping to the downside. Casper's up 9%. GMX up 8%. Definitely have some nice Trust Wallets up more than 3%. And Arbitrum, which had some issues recently with their whole governance thing, is also up a few percent on the day. But overall, yeah, it's a fairly green day. Not strong crazy, but fairly green, which is fine. Good for Scalpy.
I'm just reading the chat right now. I wasn't in the Alpha Voice chat. And then you guys, we have a Alpha Voice chat. If you hover above Alpha Voice, you'll see little icons pop up, right? Just hit the open chat one. Then you'll be in the Alpha Voice chat. Let me read here.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the place to be.
Can BTC. Yeah, interesting, right? I mean, sent a wick above it, rejected right off that 4-hour first standard deviation. I mean, this is an algo move all day, right? Boom, to the downside, get people wrecked, pump it immediately up, first standard deviation, pulls back right at the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. I mean, this is algo in the works to perfection right here. People are like, oh, why are they wasting their time? Such a little move. What's about them? 28,325. We're talking literally over $400. I don't know. You tell me. You don't think a $400 move in BTC when you're trading with hundreds of Bitcoins? Who knows? At what rate these guys are throwing Bitcoins at these things, man. It's incredible, though. They got a lot. That's just like with BTC right now, right? All the BTC is going to be we're making BTC great again with all this layer 2 stuff. Ordinals are incredible. So yeah, BTC is, there's so many people on crypto right now that don't even hold any. Everybody should be stacking sats. It's a no freaking brainer, right? It is the king of crypto, but people come into crypto and they immediately turn into shitcoiners, which all the power to you, man. But if your end goal isn't stacking Satoshis, I don't even know what you're doing. Are you stacking these random shitcoins? You can. How many of these you think are even going to be around in the next few years? Crypto's under attack, right? Unfortunately, hey, the gig's up. As soon as these top crypto guys years ago started creating centralized exchanges, started letting everybody in on this, right? Instead of keeping it decentralized like it should be, I think we're going to see a big comeback by these DEXs. If these regulators continue to do what they're going to do, these decentralized exchanges are going to take off. I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, it probably wouldn't be a bad time to make a decentralized exchange, to be honest, because they're probably going to pop, just like SPY right to the bottom of the daily here is happening. Let me see. And what are those 405s now? Down to 16 cents? 16, huh? Interesting. Let's look at the chart. How's that? Right about here. Get blown up, sir. Oh yeah. Let's go down the low time frame here. See what the 15 is setting up here. Too tight, nothing. this coming up here to test this area. We imagined it would. Yeah, right at the moment. I mean, this could, if you get a pump here, this could set up some bear div, but right now, clean, man, clean. I'm on the 9 minute. Here's the 6 minute. What's happening down here? Yeah, this little kick up. No, not yet. Clean charts all over the place, man. Clean charts all over the place. Pop this on Dixie real quick. Come here. Come here, little one. Let's see. Where is... Pop, 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 pop. Yep, there's the hidden. Here's the hidden bull on the 6 minute on the dollar. Let's see what happens when this 6 minute returns oscillator crosses a zero mean. Probably going to happen here in about 4 minutes. What's this look like on the 33? Give me 1 second. Because that was hidden, am I correct? Yeah, and it's just now crossing the zero mean. It's the issue, though. You're negatively correlated. Thank God. Thank God we correlated this. That's all I can say. Makes everything a lot easier. So if you don't have the correlation and you're seeing this hidden bull, right? You got a higher low on the data set right here. Lower low on the returns oscillator. And so right at the beginning, look, it's positively correlated. You can see, right? Price action going up. Right when it crosses zero mean, it goes negatively correlated. Because usually is what you're going to see when that happens is you're going to see an explosion in price action, right? At least up, maybe towards like 101.9 area. Let me see something. What's the middle of the daily? 101.7. 101.7. Let me see here. Yeah, that would make sense. Right at the middle of the daily, maybe top side. God, is it going to push that high? I mean, it could. It could push up to the top. It rejected off the center earlier, though. Up here at the top, you're at 101. So right about in the middle. And what is it? 4 hour first standard deviation, right? On this 4 hour candle for the dollar. Already shot some wicks through the top side of the 68.3, but that first standard deviation to the downside on the 4 hour was waiting. All right, boom. Is it going to run the 1SD just like Bitcoin just did? We're about to find out. It's kind of looking like it. But look at SPY. That's what I'm saying. What are those 405s at? 17 cents, huh? 404. Where's the 404? 404 at the center of the weekly? Yeah, pretty much, man. We very, very interesting. Let's see. What do we got here? Review and send.
Right now, Bitcoin on the 90 minute is a mean reversion to the target right around 28K if it completes the mean reversion on this candle, and a bit higher, closer to the power mean.
All right.
Somewhere between 28.1 and 28.2 if it closes on the next candle. But right now, right around 28K would be the target to complete that mean reversion on the 90 minute time frame.
Which RMLR? Which length? Oh, I see it right now.
3012.
Yep.
Right below 30 length power.
Let me see.
Because it hit the 30 band, because it hit the 3012 band, the upside, third band.
Right.
Well, yesterday.
Yeah.
Earlier today, sorry. About 9 hours ago, 8 hours ago, when it's 4 here, and it was
yeah.
So like 13 hours ago, it hit it.
So what's Yasha talking about right now, folks? This is what he's looking at right here. So look how BTC, right? You drop down, get a wick through the second standard deviation to the downside, pulls back up, mean reverts, not only to the 30 RMLR, but to the 30 power mean, right? You get a wick above it, pulls back, but look, closed above. This is how the stuff works. Open up the new 90-minute candle, send a wick down to test the reverse mean of log returns. Then immediately, what's it do? Look, throughout the candles, especially this one, you nail the first standard deviation on that 90-minute, pulls back, right? You get this next candle, look, the third standard deviation band dipped down. You get a test of it right here, mean revert again to the 30. Run again. This time, you got a nice, powerful 90-minute candle. There's the third standard deviation, that little dot almost hit it within probably under, that was so tight. But here's the third standard deviation on the bands around the RMLR. Is mean reversion happening? Yes. To where? Like, so here's the 30. Down here on this 90-minute candle that closes in an hour. This has got time. You're looking at second standard deviation is at the 30, at the 30 length power mean. And down here, here's the RMLR, 28K. 28K. Yep. So yeah, good stuff. Love our RLMR.
Yeah, folks want to know how to use that thing. I mean, that's basically how you use it. You use it to trade off the extremes, doing mean reversions, and when it crosses the RMLRs and then it crosses the power means, extremely powerful, extremely powerful. And it sees into the future, which is really nice. It's nice to know how things are going to be.
Yes, because Andy's not always around.
Right, that's so true. That's so true.
He's our future indicator as well. Where are you, Andy? We need to know the price of Bitcoin tomorrow. So,
but seriously, the bosses and the RMLRs, I mean, if you want tools that look into the future, those are tools that literally look into the future.
Third standard deviation ban on SPY. Right? Bam. Going sideways. Ran a wick right to the 1SD on this 90-minute candle. Going sideways, coming back. Well, look what's happening right now. All right, you got the 30 RMLR crossing down the 30 power mean. We all know what happens. That's down there at 404. Bilbo, why are you buying 404 and 405 puts? Because returns mean revert. That's why. These things are powerful. Now, does it have to happen right now? No, it doesn't. But you're usually going to get a wick down into these areas, right? When you hit a 3SD band, this thing's on a mission to mean revert. It's all probabilities. That's why you see we have deviation bands around anything. The indicators, right? To see when those return oscillators go to the top side, the bottom side. On the DLP, we've got confidence intervals, right? You can think of that the same thing. You dip down into these confidence intervals, especially on the DLP, you're literally, this DLP is gonna mean revert, right? Boom, boom. It just does all the time. The more you watch this, and now you've literally got entropy. So look on the 33-minute, and this is what, the dollar index? Jesus, I thought I was on SPY. But look at the dollar flipped way back here. Let me get this thing on SPY so I'm matched up with the RMLR. What are you doing? Huh. Okay, you got the Z-score on the 33, pretty low down here. But at the same time, I've been talking about this. The charts are clean, man. What's that telling me? So when we're using divergence between price action and returns, it's literally showing you the imbalance in the real imbalance of the buy and sell pressure, because price action's following returns. Period. The end. And returns mean revert. Do we say this a lot? Yes, because I want you waking up in the middle of the night and hearing the alpha traders talking about mean reversion. Right? Oh yeah, mean reversion. And it's pretty funny too, because now all the big YouTubers, right, they are what they are, right? They serve their purpose within the greater scam that's going on. They serve their purpose, even if they don't know, even if they don't realize how they are being used, and they think they've got like the best thing since sliced bread. But I'm telling you what, there's a high percentage of them that know exactly what they're doing, and they don't trade, and they're going to keep blowing smoke up traders' butts and telling you that they care about you. All you got to do, go to their descriptions, look at all the links they have. Red flag that these people do not care about you. You are their liquidity pool. They don't have to trade when you're buying all their BS.
Yep.
And that is just the truth. You can accept it, or you can just go ahead with blinders on, man. But it is just blatantly obvious what these people do. And there's one in particular that really does it really well. And everybody copies them, right? Because when it comes to any type of technical analysis, it can be confusing. So if you get somebody that can, that has a head on his shoulders, that can talk about TA like he knows what he's talking about, because he does. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to traditional TA. But go watch his streams lately, talking about statistics, talking about probabilities. Here's the problem, though. This is something where you can hold it in your head all you want. It's not going to come into full fruition until you really truly start to learn it and believe it, and you move that from your head to your heart. Right? You truly believe in it. You trust your indicators. That's when things really, really can get going. Right? You can really start to see it when you believe in this. And it's going to take a while because it's confusing. But we've got people that have only been in here, right, for a week or 2 weeks who get it. Why? Because they're smart, right? And this is what we have gathered, all these people that have realized there's got to be a better way. And it's like, you don't find us by happenstance. There's a reason. If you find Alpha Trading, please stay. Give it a chance, right? Even if you don't want to come get the free trial, come in the Discord. A lot of new people in the Discord. Just listen. Just watch us for a while, right? Watch the hit rate. We're never going to straight up come out and say, it's going exactly here. It's going exactly there. We're going to give you probabilities to both sides. Isn't that what you want? Of course it is, right? You want to know about these probabilities because this is all math based, for crying out loud. You're not using lagging indicators. And I'm not saying, and somebody came out the other day, and so I had to like reflect and be like, am I really out there saying nobody can make money using traditional TA, blah, blah, blah. How many times? And then I'm just like, no, that's not how you are at all. Because many times I've caught myself saying, right, I don't care how you trade, but if the base of your edge isn't like, don't be emotionally attached to your trades, always take your profits and limit your losses, you're definitely going to have a horrible P&L. You are not going to win. You're never going to win. You're going to be a loser. You're going to continue to float money onto these exchanges. Always deposits. Never withdrawals. Like real professional traders, it's their job. How do you think they pay their bills? Do you think they're just ride and trade? Do you think they're swing trading volatility? No. Real traders, they're in the trenches. They are in the trenches. And if you've seen how these zero DTE options have just exploded, you haven't seen anything yet. Oh my God. It's getting fun. It's getting fun and exciting. But yeah, that's what you just got to continue to watch, continue to learn, and ask questions in the Discord. That's the problem. A lot of people, you go around these trading Discords, and there's so many people in them. There's so many people using different things. Somebody will go in and just ask a simple question. Sometimes it just gets buried under the volume, right, that's going on in these chats. Or somebody's going to like shit talk you. No, that's not the way. Here, look at my edge. Blah, 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 blah. And so people get discouraged and don't want to ask questions. I'm telling you right now, we are not like that at all. Check our descriptions in our YouTube, Trading View, all this. We don't have any links. We are here for the people. We will teach you for free. We have a 2-week free trial for the indicators. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You are never going to see us try to extract money from our community. That's not what this is all about. This is trying to make sure you are putting money in your pockets, right? Learning how to trade. And if you go into our shop channel and you see how much a month we charge for this, it's just, there's people out there selling single lagging indicators. One good example is it's a multi-time frame stochastic lagging indicator that's like $300 a month, and it is absolutely worthless. The creator will literally tell you it's a piece of crap, and people still buy it. And right now, I mean, a month, we have packages that are fantastic. For a month, it's $100, I think. $99. It's ridiculous. Do you guys realize you can make that back in one scalp on the 6-minute chart? That's what we try to tell people. Give it a shot. Definitely get the free trial. Watch the streams. Try to put it all together. I've got a couple more charts I need to post in. I'm working on it, HeadSpy. I've been dealing with all this weather and the trees. This thing that happened yesterday. I mean, it was like watching a show. because that one big tree had fallen into the other one. And I just watched it throughout the day, just kick, kick. And the bottom tree that was holding it was just bending and cracking. And then when that bottom tree snapped, it sounded like a shotgun blast. And these big trees fell across the back ravine. I mean, they were 100-foot trees. Insanity, man. So I've been dealing with a lot of this, praying none of my shit gets crushed.
Yeah. By the way, we are happy to help you guys set up charts. If you come into the Discord and just ask us how, what can you show me a chart or this and that. If watching the replay on YouTube for some reason is too complicated for you to set it up, it should be fairly easy. But you can always come and ask us. We'll show you how to do it real easy.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm just
reading.
I
know the charts you sent me have helped a lot.
Daily time frame on BTC. Yeah. I'm just answering a question in here. Feel free to speak.
There's also some totally free indicators. I mean, we don't promote it as much or whatever, but there are actually some totally free indicators that we have that we make accessible if you just come into the Discord and ask for it. But the free trial ones are amazing. They're the ones we show you on these live streams. 100% worth it. In my opinion, of course, my opinion is biased. Take it with a grain of salt if you want, but hey, I'm using these tools, not just blowing smoke up people's
poop.
What are we doing with these tools? We're trading.
First thing I see on the daily time frame on BTC, say Ron, is volatility crushed. Look at the 981. 981's at a 4.94. 525 is at a 0. They're all pretty much contract, or at least 981, 2400 contracting. 525 is just flat. Random walk on the daily. Predictors flip back to the top side now. Clean, right? There was, I mean, where's this peak at? Right here. I mean, there's some bear div, right? There was bear div. Has it played out? I mean, we're getting these pullbacks, right? What does this tell you? By just looking at pure price action, just looking at not patterns, not anything else. I look at this signature. Bulls are in control of this market, right? Bulls are in control. Is there any bull div right now? This is where you're going to have to use your workflow, right? Because it's going to take longer on the daily to populate. So what kind of information am I taking out of this daily chart? What's more important right now? Because look at the fishers. These things in lockstep at all, dude. You got a couple crow's feet here, literally. One of them's up here stepping on the 3 SD. The other one's down here, the 1 SD and the mean. Who knows? The fishers are just erratic right now. The DLP has been contracting back down. This thing is looking like it just wants to pop. I'm going to be honest. Now, usually when you get to the top side here, you one thing it's got going for it, it barely got by. It didn't even get by the 95% confidence interval. This thing can still pop. Usually it's going to want to make its way back down. This is the info, though, I'm taking out of the daily time frame, right? The volatility and the entropy. We're in a random walk. Volatility's crushed. What's that telling you? Is a move imminent? It'd be now. If the 981 and the 525 were up here around like 60, 70 percentile, and they both just fell off a cliff, I'd be like, yeah, we got a move coming in quick. But this has been a nice, steady contraction of volatility, right? Even the 2400, everything's just contracting at a nice, slow pace. When you get a drop off in volatility, like you had right here, even the 525, it was up there at about a 39, went to 0 immediately. What happens? Bam! The correlation breaks right here. You get expansion. I mean, God. And that's on a daily. That price action moved from 22.5. Oh, I don't know. $2K, $3,000 almost. Powerful. So you want to drop down. Man, I got so much shit blowing up right now. What's going on? Is it the end of the world?
Right now, man. All over the place. And where is Bitcoin now? Like it just fell right through the top of the daily range and bounced right a little back up. Perfect, man. It's getting close. Getting close to the full mean reversion on that RMLR on the 4-hour, man.
These guys are making me smile. I wake up to like 1,000 messages every day. Because like the Catalina DAO and the team and stuff, we're all over the world. And so they're like be people interacting at different times. I went to bed last night about 1 a.m, woke up, and there was literally almost 500 messages. These guys are fun too, man. If people understood what was going on behind the scenes, I mean, we can't share all this information. You'd be so freaking bullish. You really would. I mean, how these founders feel about the people that are collecting their NFTs and their ordinals is these guys are amazing, man. They're more amazing than I thought they were in the beginning. They're blowing my mind. They're shocking me. Right? Ask Andy. Andy's part Alpha Trading, and he's deep in the trenches of the Catalina whale mixer behind the scenes. Right? He is deep in the trenches. And if you know Andy, that's where you want Andy. Right? You want Andy in the trenches. He is the man. Yasha is the man. MJ is the man. Donnie is the man. Right? Van F is the man. Our whole community, the men, the women, the alpha traders, you guys, we're building one hell of a community here, and we just appreciate you being here. We'll do anything for you, right? That's why we're here. Let me get this off. Know that when all these other YouTubers and people just streaming, wherever they're streaming, I can't speak for them, but I'm telling you right now, if they have links in their description, all they see you as their liquidity pool. Straight up. People are like, well, that's just business. You're making money. It's like, yeah, but they're lying to you. They're literally telling you they trade, and they don't. Most of them do not trade. I know for a fact. All right, I'm going to go out and say that right now, that one of the people that everybody thinks is the greatest trader ever, I got a news flash for you. He don't trade. He does not trade. And if he does, he swing trades volatility and gets wrecked just like the rest of them. Oh, it's a sad thing, but oh well. That's why we're here, man. Making a difference. Making a difference. So yeah, so we're dropping down here on BTC, right? We're having this pullback right now. We already talked about the mean reversion. Where was it at? 28. That thing has dropped $350 since we talked about it, right? It's dropped $350. That's how fast that shit can happen. Here, we'll go right back to it. That was on the 90. Yep. Let me go back to BTC to refresh everybody's mind.
Yeah, on the 4 hour, you can see it real clear.
I mean, guys, literally almost just nailed it, right? Got down to what, 28.1? Yeah. Got down to 28.1. No freaking brainer. Let's pull this down.
Right down the middle of the daily range is where it was at.
There it goes.
Right there.
Mean reversion. And have we seen it? I mean, we're to third standard deviation. Look where it's pulling back up on top of, though. The 30 power mean. Almost got a wick to the RMLR.
It wicked down to the RMLR because the RMLR just moved up a little bit with that move. Sweet. It's basically completed the mean reversion. Perfect.
Now, right here, when this new 90-minute candle opens up, it's going to be sitting right on top of the RMLR, or close to it. And to be honest, if that does happen, say this thing closes right here by the 30 length to power mean, you're going to open up right on top of that RMLR. Where's the 30 at, man? Or where's the 11? On top. I mean, you see what I'm saying? And so you right there where BTC had that clear out, right? I mean, you shoot a wick up. Where's it? It pulls right back inside that 7. Or that 11 length RMLR. Beautiful. I mean, this is an algo clear out. This is a perfect example. I mean, look at this thing. All right. Wick to the top side. Look, you open up. You get a wick to the top side, and then you burn one to the downside. Just crazy. Clearing people out. Clearing people out for what? I mean, obviously, mean reversion, man. Powerful. Powerful indeed.
That was an awesome mean reversion right there. Literally to the RMLR. And right there on a distribution target, too. Perfect.
This is just like yesterday. Where did the data set open? What did the data set do first? Went up to test the daily, right? Definitely got close enough. This wick right here went right to the top side of the 68.3 Laplace on the 4 hour. Now it's rejected, opened up the first 15-minute candle below the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Now, once again, yesterday found support here at the 1 SD in the top of the weekly. Do I think that's going to hold today? Well, you've got 4 hour first standard deviation, right? Right there at the top of the weekly. Do I think that 4 hour is enough to hold this price action up so we don't get this test? I really don't. Look where the 1 SD is. Or actually, 1 SD. What did I say before this even populated? I didn't see it because it's dead right on top of it. I said the first standard deviation today on the daily will be at the top of the monthly. I mean, was I close? Within literally 6 cents? Within 6 cents. So here's the 1SD. Is that a magnet? The meat of the weekly, right in the center of the weekly range here. This is a good little target. All right, a great little target. People want to wonder, why did you buy those? Why did you buy those puts? Because they're down in this area. It's all probabilities. And when you open up below a daily, you're usually going to reject off of it and come down, right? And this is right at, also, just like yesterday, right? At the first standard deviation, you had the second support level on the daily. Same thing going on today. It's right there. All this together. Do I think this is a magnet? I do, man. I really do. I see this price action coming down. That's a great thing about this chart right here. You get really good with this, game over, man. Game over. It's a great chart. Really great chart. Then you throw everything else in. Especially this madness. This looks crazy, right? Well, I got 2 lengths up, right? It's very confusing. Like me, Yasha, you know, the guys, the people that created it, we can look at this noise and decipher it. But this just looks like a mess, right? Yeah, I highly recommend using one at a time. All right, just turn one off. There you go. Now we got the 30. That is the 30, correct? Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, very interesting. And the way these RMLRs interact with the power means, powerful. Let's see, what else can we, let me just see, anything popping off. Let's see if we got any outliers going in the traditional markets. Crypto's doing its thing, waiting for Bitcoin, right? Waiting for Elon Musk to tweet something. Ridiculous. If you're listening, Elon, go buy some Nakamoto whales. Right? You love Bitcoin. They're inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain. Everybody's calling these ordinals NFTs. We need to get this set straight. They are the furthest thing from a non-fungible token. People are already spending their ordinals, right? Got to be really careful. So what are these ordinals? They are literally digital artifacts inscribed on the BTC blockchain. That's what they are. Sounds a lot better than non-fungible tokens, doesn't it? Especially when they are very fungible. The problem is that everything's so new, they don't want to confuse everybody. So they're going to call them NFTs. But in calling them NFTs, people aren't going to have the respect they need to have for these things. They're going to end up mixing these Satoshis with the rest of their Bitcoin, and it's going to be spent in fees or something. They're going to look, their ordinal's gone. What happened? You spent it. That's why all these new wallets are segmented with taproot addresses and regular Bitcoin addresses, because the taproot addresses are where you hold these ordinals. If you screw up and you send that ordinal to a regular BTC address, do you know the nightmare you're going to have digging out the Satoshi and stuff? Oh my God. And making sure you don't spend it. Yeah, man. And there's people spending a lot of money on these things. A lot of money. 100. Like right now, I mean, this Telegram is just off the hook. Jesus, I'm gonna have to catch up on this when I get off here. All right, let's go back over here. What is happening? But yeah, the dollar. Like I said, I mean, I'm looking at this dollar to come up here and test the top side of this daily. I mean, it hasn't. And at some point, go back up and test this weekly range up there at 102, whatever it is, 102.5 area. It's up there somewhere. I'm not going to scroll back up and look. Let's see. NASDAQ's the one that's really fallen off. That's making me think. What's Tesla doing right now? Let's take a peek real quick. Why do I have a feeling Tesla's taking NASDAQ down with it? Could be wrong. Been wrong before. Where are you? Yeah, down 2.35%. Down 2.35% right now. What's up with commodities? Yeah, the futures are up a little bit. Not doing much. So here, let me keep scrolling up in this chat. I barely got through any of it. Boom, boom. P-Funkin's gifts. Nice. Got a little Mick Jagger. Lots of charts. There we go. Two candles have an intersect the power mean RMLR. Yeah, man. All right. That's what happens. So in the Alpha Voice chat, if anybody wants to look at any assets, if you're in the Discord right now, which we got a nice little group, pop it in there. right? Speak up. Speak up or forever hold your peace. That's what we're looking for. And I don't know what's going on TV. Any questions in here? Trading View? Nope. Nope.
What about Aptos?
Did he say Aptos?
Yeah.
Oh, Aptos. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm pretty sure you like the tether pair, if I remember correctly. Maybe I should throw this on the watch list. I will. Let's go to the Binance pair, right? It's going to have probably the most liquidity. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Or is it not on Binance? What's happening here? Aptos, USDT.
Yeah, it is on Binance.
Yeah, here it is. Premium index, huh? Jesus. Yeah, that's there's got to be a better way, man. Gotta be a better way. Atom? No, I don't want Atom. I want Aptos, man.
Yeah, it should send up the Aptos.
Aptos, man. Aptos.
Aptos.
So let me see what's popping here on KuCoin. USDT pair. Yeah, rejecting off the center of the weekly. Like we talked about this yesterday, man. This data set is below the weekly, below the monthly, trying to bounce off the daily. This thing is set up perfect to like pull back hard. But if I remember correctly, this thing has been on. Yes, I'm going to put this on my watch list. Give me a second here. Let's pull up the same chart. Daily. Yeah, man. Right. Was on a massive run. Pulling back now. I mean, just a ton of hidden bear, but look at the returns oscillator on the daily, right? It's starting to turn up, starting to bounce right here. And what would that bounce as? Hidden bull. If it bounces there and you get a positive correlation, but I mean, we don't have enough history on this thing. Low time frames, yeah. But yeah, same as yesterday. You're trapped up underneath all the macro volatility is above. Hard to get through. But right, the bull spent a lot of energy moving that thing. That was a massive move, right? Wasn't it like what, $3 to 17 or something? One hell of a move. So yeah, nothing really to say. Especially, I mean, you're bouncing off the daily. This thing could just range in here, man. But as these days progress, if you start opening up the new daily, let me see here. Let's go all the way back. It immediately tested. And for this thing to get up above the center of the monthly, then pull back right to the top of the daily, that's really bearish, man. Really bearish. So as these days progress, I mean, if these daily volatility ranges keep dropping, like right now, this will raise, right? You'll have a new volatility range if this goes sideways right here, up a little higher, probably about center, but probably about 11.5, 11.7 area, somewhere like right in here. So you're just going to have to take it day by day. But these are great moves. If you're trading this on low time frames and just, stacking Aptos or whatever, good for you. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going to trade these things, I'm in and out. I'm not holding them by any means. Not going to hold them. Spy, do your dirty work. What's that?
I said I'll hold memes.
Memes in the house. Future's so bright.
My stack of memes.
Gotta wear shades. Let's clean these bad boys. Right. Sun's starting to come out. I didn't get hit by a tornado. Fuck. And these big ass trees were whipping around. I'm gonna have to do like a quick short vid on my cell phone and take you to this back ravine and let you see all these ticks on each leg. It's like, get off! I literally got like 5 last year. I mean, I give the dogs the medicine. They bring them in. They jump off the dog. They're like, oh, human. Jesus. Literally had to call my mother over. I had one on my back I couldn't get. I'm like, hey, think you can come over and groom me? Fuck. Having trouble. I'm getting tick bit. And if you have ever had a tick, they're just disgusting creatures, man. It just makes you feel so dirty, especially if you snap their head off in you. You're like, oh, shit. All right, I got a probability of death now. But there's actually a pretty clean area, man. None of the animals around here have diseases or anything, so we're good so far. But if you guys know about that, what's that called? The wasting disease or something that all these deer have? Oh, my God. They're saying that shit can be transferable. These poor deer.
Sure, yeah. A lot of deer diseases are transferable, unfortunately, like Lyme disease.
So all you hillbillies out there, quit having affairs with animals. Oh, you crazy people creating all these bat diseases and shit, weirdos. We got to bring light to the situation at some point. Hey, newsflash, all this shit's being created in labs anyway. Don't let them fool you. Oh, boy. We live in the Matrix, 100%. Clown world. Look at the shit that's going on in the States right now. I mean, please don't emotionally get wrapped up in it. Sit back and marvel at the political theater because it is just out of control right now, man.
Yeah, a lot of theater.
Everything they do is to separate us. Who in here has traveled a lot, right? Everywhere you go, people are friendly, man. Humans want to interact. People want to talk. People want to listen to each other. They give into all this propaganda, man. Don't believe it. Don't believe it at all. That's what they're doing. They're separating us. We all come together. They're done. I said this the other day. Turn off the TVs. That's their tool. If everybody took their TV and threw it out the window, guys, I haven't had a TV in fucking 20 years probably. I've got the one I do have set up. I'll use as a monitor sometimes. But if anything, I'm Netflix and chilling, right? But old shit, right? All the old classic iconic movies and stuff. None of this new, just crazy madness. I'm not even going to use the WOKE term because that's out of control too. I mean, this is how they're separating people. I got friends of every creed, every color, every sexual preference, I don't care what you do. We all need to be discussing what's happening though. Coming to terms with it. Realizing we're all being manipulated. And what is this? It goes right into trading. Same things happening in trading. That's one of the main reasons why I'm bringing this up. They're coming at us from all these angles, man. It's hard. It's really hard to distinguish what's real and what's not real. Well, we're telling you right here, look in our description. We're not trying to extract any money from people. We are real. We are real. You go to any of these big crypto YouTubers, you go into their description. After me talking about this, go and look at their descriptions and be just disgusted. It's a joke. It really is. Well, it's business. They're trying to make money. Yeah, but at the same time, they're giving you a lot of bad data reads. And they're trying to manipulate you into buying their programs, right? Or joining their Patreons or whatever it is. Whatever it is. Where you can come down for trading. You can join a super cool community. You can get a free trial. You don't even have to buy the indicators, right? You can just sit back as you transition. This is the only type of transitioning I approve of. I'm being funny. But anyway, we know how tough it is, right? So you can be a retail trader transitioning into a VEPS trader, right? We'll even give you a new pronoun, the VEPS trader. Oh boy, diving into the pit. I'm going to pull myself out real quick. Hold on. Okay. Enough of that. So yeah, NASDAQ, Tesla's kind of pulling that thing into the dirt. Gold, right? Gold on a run. Futures are at 2030. You guys hear that thunder? Holy shit. Here it comes again. Please, no more. Yeah, gold and silver. I mean, look at silver. Futures are literally almost 25 bucks. Got spot at 24.7. God. Oil, huh? Oil just hovering around 80 bucks a barrel. Another scam. Especially when we have 0 point energy all over. People using it. It's just, we're dealing with some madness. Dealing with some madness. Coinbase down 3.65. Yeah, nice quick little pullback here. It's going to run. It's going to follow Bitcoin. But now here's Bitcoin. Where's it bouncing off of right now? Daily range. The daily range. Has it been tested? Did the daily range get tested? Right when it opened, right? The bears pushed it down. Not enough, though. It's still closed right on top. And what happened? Immediately, 45 minutes later, BTC goes from, 28.1, right where it was at, up to about $600 move. $600 move. Then it kind of ranged right around the top side of the 68.3 Laplace, did this little clear out, whoop, right back to the daily. Right back to the daily. Beautiful thing. Now here's the dollar again, making a crack at the center of the daily range. I see the dollar by the end of the week making its way back up to test that weekly. It's just when you have a tight weekly range, it's telling you there's going to be a trend. That trend can drop all the way down to some weekly support levels, right? Green dotted lines, and then go rip right back up to that range and maybe even go beyond it and start testing some resistance levels of the daily range. That's why when you know where this is at, it helps you tremendously. Why all these other guys are putting together ranges with absolute BS. How in the hell are you creating ranges using lagging moving averages, right? Or Fibonacci retracements? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. We all did it at one time. And maybe then I thought I was onto something. I thought I got it until you start trading the VEPS. And then you're like, I don't know what I was seeing. It's so many years ago too. It's just like, but don't think, that's why when people come at me of traditional TA and just don't think I know what I'm talking about, I'll go head to head with anybody on traditional TA. I know it all. We know it all. That's all we traded until we found a better way. Isn't that what it's all about? Evolve with the markets, evolve with the algorithms. I want to know what the algos are doing. And all these other people out there, they're going to tell you, this is what they're being programmed with. Where are you getting that information from? And what charts are you looking at that you don't The reason why they think that is because they're using this traditional TA. They don't understand where these distribution levels are. 4 hour and daily, in my opinion, are the most important. When you're intraday trading, when you're using a macro workflow, you get up there, you want to know where, like I said yesterday or the day before, every time we get a new weekly, I want to know where those ranges are. Every time we get a new monthly, I want to know where those ranges are, right? Right at the beginning of the week or month. And as the month progresses, I want to see how the weekly's progressing within the month. Is the weekly above the monthly? Are the weeklies starting to populate below the monthly? What's going on every day? Do you see how this workflow, how it breaks down, how much continuous or non-continuous markets? You got 5 or 7 days daily populations that you got to deal with and understand how that is relevant to the weekly and the monthlies. Once you figure all this out, dude, you'll never go back. You'll never turn back to the old ways. You can't bring yourself to do it. I mean, that's we got to remember right now, going through the same thing, HUD Spy. This is the same thing that happened with P-Funk. P-Funk's a market maker, right? So it's just like the people that we attract here are the ones that are like, there's a better way. There's a better way. There's got to be. And you stumble upon us, however you find us, right? It's not by chance. It's not by chance. Because are we out there marketing ourselves? Not at all. I mean, Zippo. We got better things to do, like trade the VEPS, where these other guys are just blowing all this smoke up your ass and they don't even trade. It's pretty wild, man. Here comes the storm again. Oh, and I got a dog out in this. What time is it? 10:40. Fuck.
Yep.
on here. I gotta open this up. Wow.
I'm definitely not going to open up that other screen other than to make a trade. At this point, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's a no-brainer. Jeez Louise, we have got some freaking stormage brewing. Crazy. It happens, man. And I don't know what's happening. I get getting so many messages, just making sure shit's not hitting the fan or something. Doesn't appear to be. Pure excitement. Okay, Dollarino. But can you see how, I mean, just by looking at the VEPS, right? I looked at the dollar, I looked at SPY, I looked at Bitcoin. The data sets are doing exactly what we've been talking about. And it all is just mean reversion. That's all it is. That's why new people come into trading and they look at charts. Like, let me put this on BTC, go to a 4-hour, blow this up. And people look at that and just go, whoa, what? How do you do this? I mean, how do you trade this madness? Yeah, you got to be on the right side of the trades. And this is just part of a workflow. That's all this is. I will never trade a 4-hour. I will never trade a 90-minute. I will never trade a 45 or a 33 or a 15-minute. But although this is the base, this is my base. This is where shit starts to get interesting. Here's the entries. Here's the entries, the 1, 3, and 6 minute, depending on, right, how you're feeling that day. You got to, I'm telling you right now, if you're down here in this shark tank, literally shark tank, if you are down here, you better be quick, right? People just think they can get down here and scalp the 1 minute without having a good edge. And that edge incorporates everything, not just your indicators, your thought processes, right? How quick you are. Yasha gave a good rundown earlier. It's incredible what goes into this. You literally become a bot. You end up trading like that because you can get quick, right? I mean, when I'm in full bore, I got my mouse pad, my keyboard, and I'm just all over the place. I mean, it takes a lot. I got burned out so bad, right? I took over a year off. And then all this exchange debacle happened. So I'm patiently waiting. I got to get into some of these dexes. That's what I'm eyeballing. The decentralized exchanges. I don't trust these centralized exchanges. Not at all. I would not be keeping money on any of those exchanges, especially ones that literally publicly turn a meme into your funds are safe. Anybody that has to tell you your shit's safe, you should immediately know my shit is not safe. Real security, you don't have to chirp, right? It's real security. It speaks for itself. And you got somebody that running one of the biggest centralized exchanges that continually, literally, it turned into a meme that your funds are safe. Your funds are far from safe. Please don't get trapped up in it. Do I think at some point Binance could fall? Well, hell yeah. There's a probability. Did anybody, except the very few people that knew look, when FTX made that meteoric rise, what smart person didn't have their hand up going, hey, what the fuck? What this is not right. Something's not right. Did I take advantage of it? 100% I did. Who didn't? But that who out in the norms, who saw that coming? Dude, get your money off the exchanges. I'm not saying you can't trade there, right? There's no reason you can't trade intraday and pull your funds off, throw them back in a cold wallet. That's what being your own bank's about. We're talking about cryptocurrency right now. And those of you that come to this Discord that don't understand about crypto, dude, most of us have been in it for a long time. We can answer any questions because it's tricky. It's very, damn. You guys hear that shit?
I do.
God, man. Dude, the whole, the heavens are coming down upon Bilbo. Shit.
Yeah.
You're not going
Yeah, if
out.
anybody has questions about crypto, by all means ask. This crew knows a thing or two. We've been in this for a long time.
Yasha probably the longest out of all of us. And then
I've been into cryptocurrency for decades, so that's how I got into crypto at the beginning. But in like cryptocurrencies, but that's just because I was into cryptography.
yes, sir.
Since like a hobby for decades. But yeah,
Is Coinbase the best initial setup? No.
No.
I mean,
I mean,
if you're talking about on-ramps,
that was pretty direct.
I mean, if you're in the U.S., like Bittrex has shut down their U.S. operations. And we talked about this the other day. What these regulators are doing in this country by stifling the innovation going on in cryptocurrency, these places are leaving the U.S. Do these dumbasses realize what they're doing and how far they're going to set this country back? It makes zero freaking sense. These are the dollar scammers. These are the fiat guys, right? They don't want crypto. But then you've got a lot of other people that do want crypto. There's a battle going on right now. It's insane. But
well, I like the idea the other day in the conversation about taking a little bit and moving it over as you progress on this side, moving it over, taking little pieces of Bitcoin. I mean, that was a conversation a few days ago that made a lot of sense. So I was just thinking about what the best initial setup is. I mean, I have a Coinbase app, but I
mean, you got Gemini, you got Coinbase, you got KuCoin, which all you have to get verified, right? Which is no problem. Femex, Bybit. I mean, all the problem is though with some of these exchanges, U.S. residents aren't allowed to trade on them. Right. And we're not going to sit here and go, hey, man, get a VPN and blah, 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 blah. We don't do that. There's a lot of people in trouble. I mean, here's one of the things. Are they trying to protect U.S. customers? And in fact, maybe. I mean, look at these exchanges, man. They are sketchy. But at the same time, they're always going to try to dominate what you're thinking about doing with your money. Right. They don't want to get pushed down by all this crypto. But I use Coinbase. I mean, it's easy. Do I trade on there? Absolutely not. It's an on-ramp, right? It's where I turn fiat into crypto and take crypto and turn it back into fiat, right? Send it back to the bank account, which there's so many people out there in crypto that don't even know how to do that because they're continually just depositing because they're using leverage. And shouldn't be trading on those exchanges anyway, probably most of the time, especially if you're in the U.S. Just asking for trouble, man. Just asking for trouble. There's plenty of shit to trade in this world. In these volatile markets, you don't need leverage. That's when we talk about all this being a scam, dude, leverage isn't for volatile markets. Boy, they threw that leverage in on these cryptos exchanges. All these degens just ran like it was a fucking methadone clinic. Pardon my French. Damn it, I'm trying to cut down on the sailor talk. It's hard. So, yeah, Apex. Yeah, man. That's my next stop. Jeff with Alpha Trading had a good point there. Digging Apex. That is decentralized exchange. Right? It's peer-to-peer trading, man. Peer-to-peer trading. Gotta love it. Right now, though, boy, these data sets are just. But here you go, dollar breaking above the daily finally. Right, had trouble earlier, rejected, definitely. But look at this clear out. It's just a riot. I love it. You get to pump off the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. You get a wick down through this weekly support level again, and then it just pumps right off of it. But now we got a wick above the top of the daily. But we need to get some candle closes above the top of the daily. And then you've got the 95.4 Laplace, second standard deviation on the 4 hour, right? Right here, right below the 1SD on the daily. So do I think today the dollar is going to get above 102? Not this 4 hour candle. Probabilities tell me no, because there's a 95.4% chance it doesn't, right? On the 4 hour. The daily right here, 68.3% chance the data set doesn't close above 102. You break this 1 SD on the daily during this intraday, you've got the 95 for Laplace up here at 102.3. You got the second standard deviation right below the weekly range. Right up here, 102.5, 102.6 area. So daily probabilities, I'm very confident in saying into this right now, 1 15-minute candle. I'm freaking pulling the shorts like a I'm gonna ride that train to the basement, because you're probably gonna get a massive pullback. That's what the probabilities are telling you. Number one, you get up to a 2 SD on normal distribution, you got a 95.4% chance that wick, that candle body is going to pull back. You're going to leave a wick, and it's going to close below the 95.4 on the daily of the Laplace distribution. That's why when you know where all these levels are at and you start to understand the probabilities, it changes everything. Changes the way you look at these markets. I'll tell you one thing: you are not going to be going around alpha channel, the alpha channel, YouTube channel, the YouTube channel, trying to figure out what the hell all these people are talking about and whether your bias should be the top side or the downside. You know what you become? You don't need to go outside yourself. You know why people do that? Because they have no clue what's happening, right? That's why all these YouTubers, they're pretty much mimicking one person. You can go to all the streams. He'll like pop his first, and then everybody comes out with the same BS throughout the day, just copying them. It's at this point, it's a total cult, man. It's a cult. You can trade however you want. We're here for you, right? This is like rehab for retail traders. It really is, man.
Traders Anonymous.
It is a Traders Anonymous for sure. Come to the TA meeting. Pretty funny. And it's very cultish.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
That makes
The green helps in that recovery.
The what?
The green.
Oh yeah, the green definitely helps. I mean, it makes a lot of sense too, because I mean, you got all this massive system that's basically, it is systemically biased against the users, because the people at the very top that control the biggest bags, they sure don't want to tell everybody else how it is that they make their plays, and instead they give away cheap, bad tools to people who don't know any better, and they say, here, use this, and people use that to get wrecked. And then they wonder why. But the experts told me to use that. Why do you think the experts, quote unquote, told you to use that? So that you would trade as well as them, or so that they could take your liquidity on bad trades?
So what index won the race? NASDAQ minis won the race. Now, when I'm talking about what I'm saying, here's the top side of the monthly range. NASDAQ finally tested it, right? Here's the top side on the S&P micros, down here about 4089, 4090 area. That just like SPY, it's right by the center of the weekly. Boom, boom, right here. We've been talking about this since the beginning of the month, right? We got the week and the monthly at the same time. Been talking about it. Is it coming into fruition? Yeah, slowly, man. It has been. Has been since day one. Had a little erratic data set running around here, but eventually you're going to come down and test this range. This is why, especially if you're just, now obviously you're not just going to invest in the SPY index, right? That's just not the way it works. But I'm shorting the shit out of it from day one, right? If I'm like, especially in options, if I was looking for a week out expiration or something to the beginning of the week, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, I'm buying these fucking puts down. God, I got to stop cussing. Trading View's going to kick my butt. It's a no-brainer. This data set's going to come down to test this area. Once you have these indicators for a long time, you can say it with confidence because it always plays out. Always plays out. NASDAQ won the race. And that's because Tesla's a shitcoin. Where's it at? No offense, Elon. Talk about the bubble of all bubbles. And we saw it, right? I think come down hard. I know people bought Tesla at the top. That's where I was getting at, though. This is why we don't buy tops and stuff, right? We don't buy tops. We don't sell bottoms. We sit back and marvel at the way people do that. It's the same people every time, too. It's incredible. It's incredible. That's like with BTC. The same people asking me, should I buy at 15.5? Should I buy at 16? Should I buy at 17? Blah, 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 blah. Same people asking, oh, well, yeah, I kind of missed that. Is this a good place to buy? You just laugh. How do you answer those questions? Because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. It's like, I said I was buying down there. But you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. You're still looking at your BS going, no. And YouTube Jimmy's saying this thing's going under 10K. You alpha traders are crazy. Okay, whatever. To $11,000 move later. Or wait, from the bottom? 13,000 something? Jesus. More than that. 14. People are nuts, man. People are absolutely crazy. You know how many texts I don't answer? Because after a while, I just start to grind. I just start to. I just want to. I just want to snap at them. So I don't. I don't interact because I just want to be like, you dumb. Why are you asking me the same question? The same people guarantee I'll get a text. BTC is going to hit like 50. Okay, I'm buying. And then I'm like, okay, you might be buying the top. It's just ridiculous, man. You buy bottoms, you sell tops, right? As an investor, when you're scalping low time frame volatility, it's a whole different ball game. When you're investing, you need to know where the weekly, the monthly distribution levels are. You need to learn how to project out the distribution. We just so happen to have those indicators, especially for cryptocurrency, right? We're still tackling getting the projection boss to project from current like macro candles out into the future on non-continuous markets. If you guys knew how hard that was to do, you'd understand. And we got the best guys working on it, man. I mean, it's incredible what they've done. Incredible. Blows all our minds, right? And that's what's great about Van. He's pretty much the math guy. He just pops in every once in a while. Hey, check this out. We don't hear another peep out of him for, 3 weeks? He's a riot. Yeah. He's always just working on stuff. He's got 2 young children, full-time job, everybody, man. So, yeah, the fact that alpha trading's done what it's done in a 2-year period for making a split, incredible. So yeah, man. That's why we're all so excited, and we want to share all this, right? If you knew how much work went into all this, these guys are so selfless. It's ridiculous. And it'd be great one day if we could have like just an inner Discord, like public chat. Everybody can get in and just talk with these guys and just listen to them, and it's incredible, man. Very friendly people.
We've built, our guys who built these indicators have built more than 50 indicators. I think it's almost 50 of them are even released, but more than like 50 or 60 indicators in 2 years, which is an average of like 1 every 2 weeks. That is just insane. I mean, and they're all really good indicators. So that is just a remarkable amount of work to be done by people who are busy offline doing other things.
Remarkable. I would have to agree.
Yeah, really.
And another thing is remarkable is that we have been running for 2 hours. God, it goes fast.
Yeah, 4 hour coming right up.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
So we're going to cut this dog and pony show off. See what happens here, right? Still, the dollar did not close a 15-minute candle above the top of the daily range. So let's take a peek at the dollar real quick before we go. Let's see what's going on. Changes to traditional. I've got 1,000 Telegram.
Another hour on 4 hour. Oh, I forgot. Time shift. Yeah.
Where are we going? Boom. There's Dixie. Okay, so we got a little pop going, right? But right here on the 4 hour, what's it immediately setting up? Starting to set up some hidden bear. As the returns oscillator turned down, though, it's negatively correlated. Look at the 4 hour fissures. Look at the 4 hour fissures, man. These things are turning up as the data set goes back into a random walk with the predictor flipping to the top side. All right. Volatility is still crushed on the 4 hour. Still crushed. At least a 525 length. Did it fall off a cliff? Yes. Nothing's happened yet. Is something going to happen? Yeah. Like what possibly? Maybe a quick ass pump right to that weekly range. People would just get wrecked, right? You got to be careful. You got to understand the volatility. And when this thing drops off a cliff like this, right, usually you get a full volatility expansion, right? Usually you get a full volatility expansion. This is 4 hour though. Did we get, yeah, I mean, look at this on the dollar. Where'd it go from? Wait a minute. Let's see. Where was that at? Up here. We're talking 103 down to about, I mean, it wasn't that too far of a drop, percentage drop wise. But still, when volatility falls off a cliff like this, you're usually going to get full expansion again. Just have a rip and move. And these wicks right here, this little clear out, this would make a lot of freaking sense, man. You move down here and knock some people out of their positions, pull back up, right back into the 68.3 Laplace, continuation of the top side with what? Bull div. Now, this drops down. Let me see here. Yeah, it's not going to be on the 4 hour, that's for damn sure. Let me see what's happening here. Yeah, look, no div, right? This is what you want to see. Right, you got higher highs on the data set and the returns oscillator. Having an outlier on the 33-minute to the top side. Still having this little pullback on this 33-minute candle, but still telling you having an outlier. Now, where did that outlier go to? That baby, to be honest, probably why you got that pullback. I bet you on a projection, boss, that thing went right to the 99.7. That is a fat tail event, my friends. All right, anything 95.4% or greater is a fat tail event within the distribution. Learn about the bell curve and normal distribution, because a lot of people last time they even heard about it, used it in any setting at all, was in school, correct? I mean, where do you literally use that in real life? It was just like when I was going through math in high school. I was like, I'm never going to use this shit. What the fuck, man? They're throwing in letters with numbers now. I barely got through algebra. I was like, this is confusing. I just want to play golf. Leave me alone. I did.
And then once you realize how relevant it is, then you can't stop seeing it everywhere.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I wish I would have paid more attention. Did great in geometry. Got A+ or something. But I barely got out of algebra 2 with like a D-. The only reason he passed me because he wanted me out of the class because I was so disruptive. Can you imagine me being disruptive as a child? Nah. Let's see here. So yeah, barely made it. And now I wish I would have, because now I got people throwing like pages of calculus equations at me, and I'm just like, I feel so stupid. Yeah, that's why we make a good team at Alpha Trading. We all fill a role. Yeah, triangles. Hilarious. Okay, but all that being said, yeah, dollar pulling back right now, but let's see, is this thing going to be setting up some hidden at some point here? Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's go to the 15 minutes. Already setting up. It's already setting up. So returns oscillator, it crossed the zero mean, right? No negative correlation, no correlation at all. So we got a little slow drip happening right now. But like I said, that's what it's setting up. It's setting up for a lower low on the returns oscillator. And quite possibly, if you don't see the dollar dip down below like 101.6, and you see the returns oscillator turn up and it's positively correlated, you're going to get this hidden bull move, right? And hidden divergence is continuation divergence. Continuation of what? Of this move, right? Of this move right here. Bam, bam, bam. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Powerful move down, continuing on the 4 hour. Nice one.
Right. So yeah,
Bitcoin.
That's about it. So yeah, guys, got a great crowd in the Discord today. Appreciate it. We see a lot of the same people showing up. Keep it up. We're here for you. Please come in the Discord. If you have any questions at all, if you want to try the free trial, here's the thing that I would request is that watch us for about a week. Get down the lingo. See what we're actually doing. Then open up a support ticket. Make the whole free 2-week trial worth it. Not you get the free 2-week trial and then you try to understand. Watch for a week or two first. So you got a basic understanding. Then when you get the free trial, you can start to really see things. That's the best way in my opinion, right? And this isn't for everybody. And so we even tell you, hey, if you take the free 2-week trial, because this is for people, in my opinion, that are looking to become professional traders. right? If it's not for you, I'm the first one to tell you, don't buy the package. Don't do it, right? But whatever you do, start to back away from traditional TA, right? Try to reinvent your edge. Understand it's not just a group of indicators, right? It's so once again, thank you. Thank you. If you're watching live on Trading View, hit the rocket icon. Help us get out to other traders. Thanks to everybody on YouTube and Twitch. Actually, YouTube can piss off. Other than that, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Alpha Trading out. Tomorrow morning.